Good evening, Stonehill fans, and welcome to our 6th episode of Skyhawk Update. I'm Craig Riotto, joined once again by my fellow anchorman, Brendan Murray. Brendan, good to have you back at the desk.
Thanks a lot, Craig. And, I took 2 weeks off. I'm coming off back-to-back bye weeks, and I come back and things look a little different out here. You got a new set.
Yeah, someone came and dropped this off. I don't know. They did a great job. Looks pretty good. We're excited about it. And, right you are. It's going to be a brief show this week, folks. We're coming off of a short week as well. But we're not going to miss a beat for you. We've got highlights and updates for men's and women's soccer, football, field hockey, equestrian, and volleyball. So without further ado, let's get to the action. Brendan, take us away.
Sounds good, Craig. We're going to get things rolling with women's soccer. The Skyhawks are putting together a really solid campaign this season, and they're in one of the toughest conferences in the nation. But they took a break from their NE10 play last week as they hosted the University of Bridgeport, and you can see the team huddling up before the game, getting excited for what would prove to be a tough out-of-conference opponent. An early corner kick here from Allison Nagel is saved by the Bridgeport keeper. That keeps it scoreless. Later in the first half, Stonehill down one. Another kick by Allison Nagel to the head of Sarah Nagel this time, and she finds the back of the net and ties it at one. That would be a big play for the Skyhawks, as goals would be tough to come by. As you can see here, this is Christine Moody getting the pass from junior Casey Matthews. A really nice through ball into the box, but Bridgeport's defense was right on her. Didn't even allow her to get a shot off. Keeps the score tied at one. And now this is Stonehill keeper Amy Wheaton doing the same thing with a nice catch, keeping it at one. And that's where it would stay. We'd have 2 overtimes, but we could not find a winner. And really the story for Stonehill, missed opportunities. 14 shots and 7 corner kicks compared to just Bridgeport's 5 shots and no corner kicks. But only once could they find the back of the net, and they'll have to settle with a tie. And now we will move over to women's volleyball as they travel down to my neck of the woods, Long Island, New York, to do battle in a pair of game hosted on the LIU Post campus. The Lady Skyhawks were able to carry the momentum of a home victory over Merrimack College earlier in the week into a win in the opening match against Dowling College by a final score of 3-1. In that game, sophomore Mary Kate Canton came up big offensively for the Skyhawks, leading the team with 15 kills as well as 1 dig and 4 assists. Stonehill would next take on the host school, LIU Post, where they would fall 3-1. Kirsten Arvidsson played well for the Skyhawks in the loss, recording 9 kills and 1 dig. Next, we're going to move over to men's soccer, and they continue to struggle, having a really tough season. They dropped another match this weekend, this time at home to out-of-conference opponent Lemoyne. It was a close match as senior Jonathan Hope netted a really heroic goal in the 86th minute to push into overtime, but the Skyhawks could just not make it last. They'd go on the fall by a final score of 2-1. Stonehill men's soccer also with some missed opportunities. They had 17 shots and 4 corner kicks, but again, only able to find the back of the net once, and they would lose by a final score of 2-1.
The football team dropped back-to-back road games in the last 2 weeks. They needed to stop the bleeding, and they needed to do it fast if they hoped to sustain a possible NE10 championship berth. Merrimack College was the challenger in a similar predicament. The Warriors brought the nation's 3rd most potent offense into W.B. Mason Stadium on Saturday afternoon. Needless to say, it was quite the duel. Let's roll those highlights. You think they're pumped up for this one? I'd say so. Stonehill in the purple, getting the sway going, and they were firing early in the first half. This is, wait, who is that? That's Colin Markus, the freshman, making a debut game for himself. 25-yard pickup, forced out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Stonehill, though, would have to settle for a field goal. Great goal line defense all game by Merrimack College. They take a 3-0 advantage, though, early here. Now, low snap handled by Logan Meyer, and there he goes again. Markus breaking tackles and running to the promised land. No one's going to get in his way this time. Touchdown, Stonehill. They lead 10-0 early over the Warriors. Great offense by the Skyhawks. But Merrimack would get their opportunity. Here they've driven all the way down the field. Good defense here by Kevin Anderson. Nearly gets an interception. But this time, Joe Clancy is going to find Isaiah Bagley for the touchdown. The conference's best quarterback and best wide receiver hooking up there, and it's 10-8. But now Stonehill, here they come. It's Markus again. This is a screen pass, 60 yards, just one man to beat. He's going to be dragged down from behind. Nearly got into the end zone. 60 yards on the play, down to the 3-yard line, but a costly 5-yard penalty pushes Stonehill back. They have to settle for another field goal, 13-8 Skyhawks. But here comes Jim and Hill and that Merrimack offense. They pounded in for the touchdown and would take a 14-13 lead into the half. There we get a look. That is a Skyhawk circling over the field. Got to be a good sign for us, Brendan. And there it is. Brandon Weiss getting to the quarterback, that's Joe Clancy, and on the ensuing drive, Logan Meyer brings him right down the field. Here he finds John Gomes in the back of the end zone. Touchdown for the senior wide receiver. That's his 14th of his career. Gomes creeping up on the milestone for 4th place in program history. But a costly extra point was missed by Griswack. Now Stonehill only up by 5. Merrimack added a touchdown, and this was a field goal by Griswack. He goes 3 of 4 on the day, and that was crucial. It put Stonehill up 22-20, but Merrimack would have one last say. That's Serwin over the middle. Nice 12-yard pickup, but Clancy's going to get sacked on that play by Schneider. Big setback. 4th and 17. Stonehill trying to hold firm. Clancy rolling out, looking, nothing there. Finally throws across field. He gets Serwin. Serwin, 1 yard short of the first down. He fumbles it forward, but that is an illegal play. Can't fumble it forward and recover it by an offensive player. And Stonehill would seal the deal with this play. It's a 25-yard pickup to John Gomes. Gomes turns out a great game, 3 receptions, 43 yards. Logan Meyer also with a solid performance, 21 of 34, 234 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions. Griswack, the freshman field goal kicker, does a great job, and Stonehill's defense, they were the story, holds Merrimack to 343 total yards of offense. That's the lowest total they've been held to all season long. We stay at WB Mason Stadium now for a field hockey contest, this one between Stonehill and Adelphi, a team that Stonehill has already beaten 3-2 on the road this year, but it was Adelphi that struck first. This off a corner. It's a one-timer from Ackerman to Casey Cabral. Cabral's 9th goal of the year, and the Panthers take a 1-0 lead. Still in the first half, corner opportunity. Ingersoll fires from the top of the arc, and we just missed that goal opportunity. That was Hollenhen, not able to finish it off. But Stonehill gets another. Ingersoll again. It's deflected, and Emily Sideris pounds it in for Stonehill's goal. That's the 4th of the season. That made the score 2-1. Unfortunately, though, Stonehill would be bested in overtime. A great game between those two schools. Adelphi scoring that game-winning goal 10 minutes into the overtime match. Stonehill Equestrian posted a 3rd-place finish at the Wheaton College Show on Saturday. Senior Hannah Patty and junior Kristen Stocknick both had strong days on the fences as they helped the Skyhawks record 32 points on the day. They trailed Boston University with 37 points and Boston College with 34 points. Freshman Casey Gross also collected a blue ribbon for Stonehill with her 1st-place finish in the novice fences class. What a great overall team that we have over there in Equestrian. They make headlines year after year. So that's it for this week's edition of Skyhawk Update. We'll be back next week to get you caught up with even more scores, news, interviews, and more.
And as always, you can find us at youtube.com/Skyhawk Update and on Twitter by following @Skyhawk Update. For Craig Riotto, I'm Brendan Murray, and on behalf of the entire SCSN team, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Go Skyhawks!